Good morning, students. Today's class we will see about the May 2016 nursing education solved answer. The first question is mention the principles of curriculum development and explain the factors influencing curriculum development. The principles of curriculum development, it has been discussed in many previous question paper, but again I'll just list it. That it has been stated that the nations live in the present on the past for the future. So forward looking principles: creative, totality, form, activity principle, preparation for life, principle of connecting to the life, principle of integration and correlation, principles of comprehensiveness, principle of balance, loyalties, variety and flexibility, connecting with community needs, social life, core subjects, all-round development of body, mind and spirit, principle of democracy, secularism and socialism, and principle of dignity of labor, principle of character building. Explain the factors influencing the curriculum development. They include the philosophy of nursing education, educational psychology, edu- society, student, knowledge explosion and scientific advancements, technological advance and inpatient care, educational technology, transnational career opportunities and resources available. Describe lecture method, enumerates its advantages and disadvantages. Lecture is a teaching activity whereby the teacher presents the content in a comprehensive manner by explaining the facts, principles, and relationships, during which the teacher is expected to elicit student participation by employing appropriate techniques. The principles of lecture method is principle of aim, activity, correlations, planning, looking of ahead. That means based on past experience of a teacher and certain predictions are made about future of the child. Good lecture needs efficient preparation. Lecturing techniques are the voluntary dissemination of information, voice gradation and voice quality, adequate pacing, proper body language, control annoying mannerisms, judicious use of aviates, simple plans and key points, elicit feedback from the students and providing further clarifications. And time management. Advantages of lecture method in economical method of teaching: provide all facilities are provided. It can be conducted for 1:200 students, enhance the listening capacity of the students, meeting the learning need of the students, easy for the teacher to prepare and execute it. Teacher can express idea very effectively by his tone, facial expression and gestures. It provides better opportunity for clarification of important things. It can be organized according to the psychological principle like stimulus variation. It gives students training and note making. It provides personal contact and personality development. Disadvantages include teacher can practice lecture without preparation. Many lectures fail to meet the objectives. More concerned with teaching of the facts and informations, and less attention is given to the problem solving and critical thinking. Lecture is not conducive for meeting the students' individual learning needs, does not provide independent learning, and difficult to adapt to the individual learning differences. And it is one-way communication. Qualities of a teacher. Desirable personal traits include likable, approachable, caring, active, neat appearance, dress modestly, simple, sense of humor. Use of effective teaching method. Creator of a good classroom environment. Engage students, paying special attention to the weak students. Mastery of the competence like ability to inspire students. Providing guidance and counseling. Ability to judge students fairly. Post leadership skills, evaluate students' performance, able to perform self-analysis and able to accept criticism positively. Professional decision maker, that means by utilizing the competence, teacher has to decide whom to teach, why to teach, where to teach, what to teach, how to teach and when to teach. Criteria for selection of evaluation techniques. It include validity, reliability, objectivity, practicability, relevance, specificity and others. The fifth question is objective structured clinical examination. OSCE is designed to test the clinical performances, communication, clinical examination, nursing procedures by student in a clinical area where the student is asked to perform particular task on a patient and is evaluated by the examiner. All students are tested for the same competencies and all students are provided with the same duration of life. In this method, predetermined decisions are made on competencies to be tested and a checklist are prepared to evaluate important skills. Scoring of particular competencies is done by same examiner for all students. These modifications in the clinical examination improve its validity and reliability. Objective: all students access the same skill at each station with the same marking scheme. Here the examiners use checklists for evaluating the trainees. Hence it is more objective. Structure: because the both has better sampling from the elements of the curriculum, and the trainee sees the same problem and perform the same task at the same time frame. Clear instructions has to be given to avoid any confusions. Clinical practical: the tasks are representative of those faced in the real situations to assess the clinical practical skill. The students are asked to respond to only questions or scenario which is given in each station. OSCE examination consists of 15 to 20 stations, each of which require about 4 to 5 minutes. All stations should be capable of being completed at the same time. The students are rotated through all stations and have to move to the next station at the signal. Since the stations are generally independent, students can start at any of the procedure stations and complete the cycle. Thus, using 15 stations of 4 minutes, each 15 students can complete examination within 1 hour. Each station designed to test a component of a clinical competence. How do you organize the counseling service? Need of organizing counseling service: it helps the teacher to take note the potentialities of each student in different degree in different direction. It helps the students and their parents to make right and approach career plans for the future. It helps to understand physical, social, emotional, and intellectual characteristic and need of people. It promotes efficiency in providing essential and reliable and scientific data on people. It provides knowledge to the children in making satisfactory adjustment in the school and the community. Well-organized guidance program saves time, money, and effort. It helps students to find a suitable occupation or occasion. It helps the teachers to understand the individual difference of children in various spheres. It properly utilizes the skill training, knowledge, potentialities, and interest of staff members of the school. It coordinates the work of all persons engaged in guidance program. It utilizes community resources properly for ensuring smooth organization of guidance program. It helps the students in achieving self-development, self-direction, and self-realization. It consists of the activities and functions of personnel engaged in school guidance service. It helps in developing good human relationship. Basic components of the counseling service are organization setup, counseling center, counseling committee, tools for counseling service, and requirement of counseling services. The organization setup: at Constitute College, a counseling officer assisted by guidance committee in cooperation with deputy chief and academic advisor can plan according to their needs. Facilitated affiliated college, counseling officers assist guidance and committee and vocational guidance officer needed for more than 100,000 students, while a liaison officer can only manage counseling service for less than 1,000 students. Counseling center: all universities and large colleges should have counseling center headed by the trained professional, that is a counseling officer with PhD to its master's degree in psychology and counseling. With considerable experience, it performs following functions: selection, registration, orientation of students, education, vocational counseling, personal adjustment, physical and psychological services, remedial service, residence and food service, activities program. Specific requirement for the organization of counseling services are student data bank, educational and vocational information, programs for integrating community service, educational programs for teachers, counselors, and other personnel to provide knowledge of current trends in guidance, budgetary provisions. Role of a counselor: arrange orientation program for other support staff to enlist their cooperation, prepare up-to-date list of resources, information, and referral energy available to him, organize the guidance committee, set up an educational and occupational information center, display information collected in an attractive way, disseminate information through education, career talks, group discussion, and go on. Arrange the talks by experts from different fields, organize career days, career weeks, career conference, and parents' day, and so on. Preventive discipline: that means preventing a misbehavior. It to provide a stimulating curriculum that involves students so successfully that they spend little time in thinking of misbehaving. Make the curriculum as worthwhile and enjoyable as possible. Remember that students crave fun, belonging, freedom, power, and dignity. Be pleasant and helpful. Involve the manpower students by asking them for input and help. Reach the clear understanding with the students about appropriate class conduct. Discuss practice behaviors to which the teacher have jointly agreed. Continually emphasize on good manners, self-respect, and respect for others. And teacher should be a role model for them. Enumerate 4 principles of educational objective. We can in short form SMART. S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for relevant, and T for time bound. For characteristics of good audiovisual aids, they should be meaningful and purposeful, they should be accurate in every respect, they should be simple, and they should be cheap. For loss of learning, loss of readiness, loss of law of effect, law of exercise, law of multiple response of varied, law of attitude, law of analogy, and law of associate shifting. For principles of micro teaching, principle of practice, principle of reinforcement, principle of experimentation, principle of evaluation, principle of precise supervision, and principle of continuity. For elements of daily plan, objectives, content, teaching and learning activities, and preferences. Naturalism and idealism. Naturalism in education stands for the doctrine of follow the nature in education. It wants all education in the system the conformity with the nature of the child. It stands for complete freedom to be given to the child in learning. The naturalists do not advocate fixed curriculum. Every child have right to determine his own curriculum. The learner is expected to learn directly from the nature through the personal experience. Learning by doing. Naturalists are not in favor of direct teaching through the lectures or textbook. They emphasize its own value of concrete object. Naturalism advocate direct experience of things and believe in the principle of learning by doing. Idealists believe in universal mind. Main aim of human life is to achieve spiritual value. Education expected to enlarge the boundaries of spiritual realm. Aim of education is spiritual realization. Curriculum will be based upon these ideals and ideas. Idealists believe that ideas are only true reality. Material world is characterized by change, instability, and uncertainty. We should be concerned primarily with the search of truth. Since truth is perfect and eternal, it cannot be found in the world of matter that is both imperfect and constantly changing. Idealists have idealized the mind beyond everything. Chalkboard and bulletin board. Bulletin board brief report, especially an official statement of a matter of public interest issued for the immediate publication or broadcast. A brief update of summary of current news as on television or radio or newspaper. A periodical, especially when published by the organization or society. Bulletin boards impart information and facilitate communication. Both traditional and online bulletin boards saves time, keep people informed, and can serve a variety of purposes. From inspiring students to provide information about community resources, bulletin boards convey information and encourage participation. Chalkboard as a method of teaching aid, Blackboard has the advantage of being inexpensive, reusable, allows students to keep a pace with the teacher and not dependent on electricity. The chalkboard for writing requires no special care. It's cheaper without any good impact on presenting written visual ideas. Chalkboard is the most available instructional material which can be used in presenting new lesson. Chalkboard is a very useful to show solutions of different mathematical problems systematically. The chalkboard helps the teacher to present more form, prepare lessons or informal sessions that students can understand and follow more topic. Checklist and multiple choice questions. A checklist is a simple instrument consisting prepared list of expected items or performance or attributes which are checked by an evaluator for the presence or absence. Checklist is constructed by breaking the performance and quality of a product which specify the presence or absence of an attribute or trait which then be checked by the traitor or the observer. Observe one respondent at one time. Clearly specify the characteristic of behavior to the observer. Use only carefully prepared checklists to avoid more complex traits. The observer should train how to observe, how to record and observe behavior. Use checklist only when you are interested in calculating particular characteristic. Multiple choice questions is a form of objective assessment which respondents are asked to select only one correct answer out of the choice from the list. Advantage is easy to administer and score, cover a large content area, high reliability, validity and objectivity. Item analysis is possible and questions can be constructed to address various levels of cognitive complexities. Model and a specimen. Model is a recognizable representation of a real thing three-dimensionally, that is height, width and depth is felt. Advantages of models help in the stimulating real situations. The size can be adjusted as linear distance and time do not become a limitation. It gives learner a sense of experience, stimulate interest and capture attention. It enables learner to have a correct concept of real objects. Working models help to explain the action of real situation. Disadvantages include models are costly to purchase, needs more storage space, useful only for a small group teaching, requires skills and talents to prepare the models. Specimen is any typical objects representing a class or a group of things. Specimen is a sample of real object or materials. Points to be remembered while using specimen and object. Plan your teaching priorly. Ask questions regarding student observations. Clarify detail about structure of a specimen or object. Provide review and practice to make learning permanent. Advantages include development of social skills, the power of observation, enhance for investigatory project, hobbies, interest, and motivation. Disadvantages are time consuming, expensive, space needed for storage, maintenance should be done. Unit plan and lesson plan. Lesson plan is a daily strategy designed by the teachers, usually for a day, to perfect, appropriate, and proper class and in-home teaching and learning methods for the students. It acts as a map to control and oversee the lessons that need to be taught and assignments that must be given. It is a far-reaching graph of the classroom activities with a flexible methodology for teaching ideas, skills, and abilities. Unit plan follows similar format as the lesson plan but cover an entire unit of work for the weeks, months, or the semester. It imperative to demonstrate the principle of objectives of curriculum and how to exercise, assess, and commence sessions for the students in different classes. Henceforth, unit designs are frequently utilized for making syllabus and instructional year plan. Unit planning is the process of systematically arranging the subject. Thank you. Thank you for listening.